Going on to you, Virgo. So you have the Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and the Justice. So, all right, so for you Virgos, right, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Three of Wands. I just see a lot of you Virgos, really taking care of yourselves, being the one to have to take care of yourself. And that's the way that it should have been the whole time. But, Virgo represents duty and responsibilities, being service to others. But a lot of people have spent way too much time trying to get us to be perpetual servants, forever servants to them, and that has caused a lot of us Virgos to not take care of ourselves. But I'm just seeing how, and that's caused a lot of heartbreak because of it, right? By the time you're done being in a would-be relationship, right? Air quotes, a would-be relationship, your health is bad in certain cases because you ain't really been taking care of yourselves. But now a lot of you Virgos are realizing, look, there has to be some form of line that's drawn between yourselves and other people. Because other people really, they're really on some stuff where they want us around, but at the same time, they don't want to admit that, they want us around. They don't want to compete. And when I say compete, it's not about competition, right? They don't want to have to do anything. Let me make it clear. They don't want to have to do anything. They don't want to have to put in any kind of effort. They don't want to have to be like, okay, let me stay ahead of this and show you that I'm a good person for you to be in a relationship with. They don't want to do any of that. They have this mentality of, well, okay, but then the Seven of Wands, but then when you don't want them anymore, it's like they're caught off guard with this. And the Three of Wands is about how, you Virgos have pretty much bowed out, because the Three of Wands is about kind of venturing off into the future, right? More so not even looking at those people and turning your back. But it's something that you should have been doing, right? You should have turned your back on them a long time ago. Because it's very good to understand when it's good for you to walk away. You know what I mean? When it's good for you to leave all the effort that you put into a relationship or into something and walk away. Because that's a part of the game, just to have you keep being invested in the fact that a lot of people, they're not built, I've said this before, they're not built for relationships like that. They want you around, but they're the ones that's dysfunctional. So they try, so at one hand, and it goes to show you the delusion, on one hand, they understand your value, but then on the other hand, they have to downplay it. So the thing about it is that the Four of Pentacles is about you, Virgos, starting to realize, look, regardless of to who or what, consistently, you're going to take care of yourselves. And I just see a lot of you Virgos not, for lack of a better term, not putting yourself up there on that cross, not allowing yourselves to be crucified. For real, though, not allowing yourselves to be crucified by delusional people who, find it to be, attractive to be stupid, or, they don't have any common sense. Everybody acts like they don't have common sense with y'all. Now all of a sudden. But then the Hierophant is, but then at the same time, it's like they secretly, in the dark, want you around and stuff like this, but they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to let you know. They don't want to give you any kind of praises. They don't want to be in a relationship. Okay, fine then. So what do you Virgos actually get? What do you actually get? What do you actually get when you take care of other people? You get nonsense. you know? So the Four of Cups, this is you offering a cup to other people, and, you know, other people being like, nah, you good. You know, I'm good. They got how many other people offering them cups or have left cups there, while those people, right, while those people are like, you know, while you Virgos are like, hey, you know, you want to hang out. Well, at the same time, those people now, they know good and well that they're not really going to have you as a partner, but, or, you know, someone they're in a relationship with, but they'll have you continuing to reinvest in them, right? Try to get you to leave them cups and stuff like this. But then the Two of Wands, all of that to hide their own dysfunction. You know, all of that to hide their own dysfunction. All of that to hide their own, you know, problems. And then the Magician, right? So the Magician is a Virgo card. It could either represent Virgo, Scorpio, or Gemini. Because Scorpio is also seen as a witch or a warlock. But so is Virgo. So the Magician, right? So since you showed up in your own reading, this is about you Virgos really understanding that it's all up to you. So I just see the Ten of Wands. I see a lot more of you Virgos being quite wise about the time and the places and the people that you put effort into, you know, and your surroundings. You know, people are, you know, if people find it so hard to do something, you know, small, then maybe it speaks to their own incompetence. You know, people spent, because I'm telling you, people spent so much time trying to be on some sadomasochistic type stuff, constantly pointing the finger at Virgos. They don't even realize that there's four more other fingers pointed back at them. You know, and this definitely applies to them, because real talk, you know, real talk, a Virgo, especially when a Virgo is trying to do right, a Virgo is seen or known, or a nickname for Virgos is the scout. You know, a scout, meaning a person that's so much of a goody two-shoes, it's like people get upset or get frustrated because of how squeaky clean they can be. So, you know, so for a lot of times when a Virgo is definitely underrated and people want to act like they don't have any common sense, again, people really delude themselves by misunderstanding who really has the power here. If you Virgos don't give these people attention, these people cease to exist because they didn't have any other value prior to this. This is the reason why it is that they came to you in the first place, is because other people was treating them like a can, kicking them all up and down the street. But when they came to you, they knew that you Virgos was going to be the ones to actually show them some form of value. Them and Pisces will show them some form of value. But, you know, now all of a sudden they got it wrapped around their heads that you Virgos are up underneath some sort of spell. So now the Justice is about how you Virgos, you know, but once you leave those people, you know, people are, they confront. I've had so many people, even recently, I've had so many people who tell me I'm trash, you know, I'm trash and this, that, and the third, and nobody wants to hang out. You should see my DMs. And it's like, you know, you understand what I'm saying? It's like, come on, you know, it's really not real. It really isn't. It really is an illusion, because the reality of the situation is not real. And the Justice is about how a lot of you Virgos have transcended this, you know, the name calling. Because when people start calling you names, right? When people start really going in, right? They start calling you all types of names, start going in. That lets you know that those people don't really have a whole lot most of the times. That's how it is that you know. They're either trying to get something off their chest because they're upset, right? Or those people don't have anything, and those people are name calling because they trying to get something really off their chest. You know, because that whole ideology about you Virgos being useless, trash, and all this other type of stuff, that's not real. Because Virgo in on itself, because let's go back, and I'm gonna shuffle up these cards to clarify some of them. Virgo in on itself means to be of service. So to be of service to other people, we need to clarify what service is. We need to clarify that service is to produce. So how on one hand you're going to be completely useless, but then you are providing, which is productive, which is to offer value, to bring value to. So it literally doesn't make any sense. Literally. It's delusional because it's like you trying too hard. It's a lie, basically. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify let's clarify the Justice. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Ten of Wands because I want to build into this. You know, I want to build into this. So to clarify the Ten of Wands, we have the Six of Cups, the Fool, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles, right? So the Six of Cups and the Fool, the Five of Swords, these are about how, you know, some of you Virgos may be tempted to go back to somebody. More than likely, people are going to be coming back to you, right? 99%. They're going to be coming back to you. Because sometimes the Six of Cups can represent you're tempted to go back to somebody else. But you're not. You know what I mean? A lot of you Virgos are not. So the Six of Cups and the Fool is about you moving forward. You know, you definitely moving forward. And like, for you Virgos, a lot of people kind of reaching out to you, but again, it's it's still coming from the not so good disposition or the not great disposition of them reaching out to you, but them coming from a position of being ungrateful. And it's like, no, these people, the Four of Pentacles, these people, they got to come correct. They're not even trying to budge. But at the end of the day, they're delusional because they have to come correct. They have to tell you they like you, and then they have to show you, and then they have to be consistent. They have to stop switching up. But they can't, these are grown folks that we're talking about, and they can't even not do that. So this goes to show you the delusion of how a lot of people be way off with it, you know. And then let's clarify the Justice. So to clarify the Justice, we have the Lovers, the Hanged Man, which is Pisces. So this is definitely pulling from the opposite polarity, right? Then you have, right now Pisces is the higher octave of Libra. Justice is Libra, right? And then you have Lovers is Gemini, the zodiac sign that you share a planet with, right? Mercury, right? So then you have the Five of Cups, and then you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, like a lot of people, you know, again, the dysfunctionality, they just too dysfunctional to actually have anything great with you. You know, they're so busy trying to blame you for stuff that you didn't even do. The stupidity of it all, right? That they're broken people. The Lovers, right? Another layer of it is the Lovers also represent on one level that when the disaster that can happen when two people or people get together to be in a relationship, regardless of whatever you're into, people get together to be in a relationship. But the Lovers is about how sometimes it can, most of the times I should say, it represents what happens when people are not really ready for that, whether it's one person or both of the people, how it's illusionary, because it represents how you're in a place where you perceive, one person perceives it as being great while the other person is dysfunctional and they're broken, right? Because you have the perfected individual, the two perfects. But it represents when a person is not ready for that, how they can bring a lot of disaster because the relationship would not work out. They're not ready for it. And then you have the Three of Wands, which represents, and a lot of you Virgos know that, which is the reason why it is that you decided to step off respectfully and go on about your business in the first place.